two dudes here. So, how you guys already know, NBA Battle of P. We're gonna talk about week 2 of NBA. First thing what I want to say is we're gonna talk about James Harden, where he's gonna go. Then I want to talk about Zach LaVine, 39 points, Washington Wizards 1-5, and what's going on with Dani Avidja. So after Dani Avidja, he's a rookie, so we're gonna also talk about some rookies. I think pretty interesting, so stay tuned and make sure you watch it. But let's get it. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and I see you in a second. So how I guys told you already know it was 1 second. So I got my paper right here. FIFA on TV. Sometimes you gotta play something different than basketball games and basketball all the time. So first thing what I want to say, Stephen Curry with 62 points. But most interesting trade, James Harden. How they're talking, there's 3 trades possibility: Denver, Philadelphia, and Brooklyn Nets. So let's talk about Denver Nuggets. So Denver Nuggets they want Denver Nuggets to offer them Michael Porter Jr., Ball, and I think few draft picks, how I remember, for James Harden. I think that's a good trade for Houston because they're getting 2 future young stars. Bobo played not bad before playoffs last season. Michael Porter Jr., we all know how he play. He could be a superstar in the future. We'll see how that goes. So I think that's a good trade. That's not a bad trade for them. But do you really see James Harden with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic? Not me. I don't know about you, but what's the point to get another shooting guard if they already have Gary Harris and Jamal Murray? How I know they don't want Jamal Murray to play point guard. They want to move him to shooting guard because we all know how he play in the bubble. That he showed that he can shoot really good. He's a great player, one player. So there's no point to move him back on the point guard position. The second option is the trade with Philadelphia 76ers for Ben Simmons and I think one bench player, something like that. I think that's the best trade in my opinion because they're actually 2 superstars. Ben Simmons is a good fit for Houston, and James Harden is a good fit for Philadelphia because he can make a new duo with Joel Embiid. But what I really want to see is that Ben Simmons is going with Matisse Thybulle together to Houston Rockets for James Harden. Embiid, we get Doc Rivers, and you gotta put the team with Joel Embiid and James Harden, 2 tough characters, you guys all know. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to watch because we're gonna have James Harden probably playing point guard, shooting guard, and Joel Embiid. We also have Tobias Harris, really quiet player, but he can also be a guy to score points. So I think that's a good trade in my opinion. That's the best option for both teams. The third trade is to Brooklyn Nets. Everyone was talking about that already for a month. I don't think so that's gonna happen because first of all, Spencer Dinwiddie got injured. He was one of the main players that was in the trade package. Then we get Caris LeVert, which this guy is playing really good season right now. After 7 games, he averaged more than 16 points per game. And Jared Allen also double on the beginning of the season. So I don't think so there is a point for Brooklyn Nets to trade these 3 guys if they're playing well. Besides Spencer Dinwiddie is out for 2-3 months. So yeah, and the fourth option, which is for me the most possible, that he just gonna stay in Houston to the end of his contract. Was a point to move for him if he got a good team. He's not a great player. I mean, he's a great player, but he's not this guy who's gonna play for the championship. He most care about his stats and stuff. Wait, let me drink some tea. Yeah, I get it. My voice is kind of cracked. So in my opinion, he's just gonna stay in Houston. But let's move on, and I want to talk about Zach LaVine, 39 points finally. Chicago need him, but I don't think so. He wants to be at Chicago. He gotta go away. He gotta move, because if they're not gonna do something with that, there's gonna be a big problem. So if you get a guy like Zach LaVine averaging 39 points per game, and you're 1-5 on the beginning of the season, I don't know if that's a problem of the franchise or they just have a bad coach. So they got to do something with that. But besides that, they got Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter, Otto Porter Jr. I watched their game last night, I think. They're playing good. They looks good, but they just need another superstar, like the guy type of Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, I don't know, Stephen Curry, because there's no guy to score points, and Lauri Markkanen and Wendell Carter, they don't have, something which show that they're all-star players. But yeah, I believe they're gonna change something. They have big history, so hopefully, or Zach LaVine, they're gonna lose their leader, Zach LaVine. Besides that, I want to also talk about Washington Wizards. Horrible beginning of the season, but it's not how you start, it's the way how you finish. Having Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, I don't understand how they started. Maybe they gotta get together, team chemistry and stuff. But I think, I checked some posts. They're hurting Dani Avidja. I think he got good leaders and good players to show him how to be a great basketball player, but I don't think so. He's a good fit for Washington Wizards, and he got it. I don't know. That was a bad pick for them, because he's not a good fit for the Wizards. And if he's gonna keep playing like that, there's gonna be another lost talent in NBA. They were saying he's gonna be next Luka Doncic. No, he's not next Luka Doncic. These guys like Luka, they are born one out of thousands. So next Luka probably is gonna be next 15 years. So no, he's not Luka. But he can play multiple positions, from being point guard to being power forward, from being power forward to being shooting guard. He can do. He's like a triple double guy. I know, because I watched his game when he was in Israel, when he played in Israel. So he's a good player, but not a good fit for Washington Wizards. But we already talking about rookies. I want to talk about rookies. Like last week we talked about Peyton Pritchard and James Wiseman. Today I want to talk about guy like LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Desmond Bane. If someone don't know who it is, I should tell you guys in a few. Sorry for that. So first of all, we got LaMelo Ball finally have good games. I think he had one game against, I think last night against the Jazz, when he had 22 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds, I guess. Maybe finally he's gonna play like he played in Australia, where he averaged almost a triple-double. I hope, because Hornets needs another leader. They got Rozier and Hayward. So hopefully he's gonna be the one which gonna help them, and maybe in next 2-3 years they're gonna make playoffs. Hopefully, I really hope, because I actually like LaMelo Ball. I don't know why. I don't like his brothers, but I like LaMelo Ball. He got his own style, his own characters. He's different. But yeah, the biggest problem with him is that he doesn't play defense. But a lot of superstars don't play defense. James Harden either. But he got to work on that. He got Terry Rozier in the team. Really good start for him. One game with 42 points, another one with like 33. So that's a great start. Gordon Hayward, I didn't expect that he's gonna play like that. Right now he played like he deserved this contract. So we'll see how that looks. I actually like this team. It's really interesting to watch. So make sure you watch their next game, because it's worth it. So the second rookie I want to talk about is Anthony Edwards. They also, I think, Minnesota is also 1-5. Horrible start for them, but Mike was fighting with me that Karl Anthony Towns is a superstar. He's a great player, and they're gonna be one of the best teams. No, first of all, Karl Anthony Towns is not good, in my opinion. Second of all, D'Angelo Russell is not an all-star player, but I like him, but he's not an all-star player. And we got Anthony Edwards. He's not gonna be this guy which gonna make team to go to the playoffs in his first year in NBA. He's averaging 14 points per game. My bad. Two assists, 2 rebounds. That's a good start. That's a good stats for shooting guard. We gotta remember that they didn't have a summer league, and the preseason was short and kind of difficult for them, I guess. But he's gonna be a number one contender for Rookie of the Year, together with LaMelo Ball and James Wiseman for sure. But we're gonna wait how he's gonna play. I also really like him. I think he was one of the best picks for Minnesota, because maybe something is gonna help this team finally go to the playoffs, like it was with Kevin Garnett. But there's nothing to talk about Minnesota. If you know Anthony Edwards, you know. And the third guy, the biggest surprise, the same like Peyton Pritchard last week, Desmond Bane from Memphis Grizzlies. I watched two games of Memphis, and this guy I was like, who is this guy? He's like averaging he's going crazy. He's scoring threes, getting rebounds. Like I never heard about this guy. And the guy which was a commentator in the game was like, Desmond Bane playing like number one pick. I'm like, yeah, he is. He's scoring. He's playing defense. And let me check him out. And I check and 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. What school he was going to? TCU, Texas Christian University. It's 30th pick, 6'6", 225 pounds, small forward. Damn, he's actually pretty good. Where those cats at? If this type of guys are 30th pick, and we got Isaac Okoro, which averaging 4 or 5 points per game, or Killian Hayes the same way, playing for 30 minutes, and this guy is playing 20 minutes per game. He almost averaged 10 points per game. So, I don't know how their team scouts works. I also have a lot of players in Europe which I know, and I can scout for them, and they're gonna be better than Isaac Okoro for sure. But it's NBA. Nothing's gonna change. They got their system. Sometimes you can be bad on the beginning, but in the next 5 seasons you're gonna be, work hard, and you're gonna become a big superstar like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Who wouldn't know that he's gonna be a superstar? But yeah, I don't know. Desmond Bane, crazy player. Make sure you watch him. They're playing right now against the Lakers. Yeah, it's Tuesday, January 5th, 10 p.m. So probably they already finished. But yeah, make sure you watch him because he's a great player. And the worst guy, which I want to talk, not Isaac Okoro. Actually, no, I'm not gonna talk about worst guys because I'm gonna talk about them next week. So stay tuned. I hope you liked. It's almost 16 minutes video, so hopefully you like it. Subscribe. Maybe talk with your friends about that. Comment down below if you want more topics to talk. Give us some topics to talk, and we're gonna discuss about that. So I see you next video. Love you guys. Bye.